Welcome to Daily Magic, a cozy corner of the world where you're invited to rediscover and experience the abundant magic that dances through your life. This podcast is slow living wrapped in sparkles, self-love woven with inspiration, and mindfulness dipped in wonder. So brew up a cup of tea in your favorite mug, settle into your comfiest chair, and join me, Shaina Wexler, as we allow ourselves this respite to romanticize our lives and revel in daily magic. Hello there, my beautiful friend. I'm so happy that you're here. And whether you have been a loyal weekly listener from back in the day, or you're tuning in for the first time with me today, welcome. And I am so grateful that we get to spend this quality time together. As always, I invite you to just take a pause from whatever you're doing at this moment and treat yourself to a few minutes to slow down, okay? Make yourself comfy. Of course, brew up your favorite beverage and just be with me right here in our cozy audio corner of the world. And as a reminder to you, yes, you, my beautiful friend, you're inherently worthy of this time for yourself. This moment that you're taking to recharge and to dream a little bit. No amount of things that you checked off your to-do list today, or how many you didn't check off and that are just remaining there. Those are not the things that make you either deserving or undeserving of this pause. You don't have to earn it. You are worthy. You are you are worthy of rest and inspiring moments, okay? And that is actually the perfect lead into today's festive and snuggly topic, the magic of inventing holidays. You likely know by now that I'm a huge advocate of all holiday celebrations of all of the kinds. And whether it is a holiday that has been commandeered by capitalism or was essentially created by capitalism for capitalism, I believe that there is always a way to boil down a holiday to the essence of its underlying celebration and to create wholesome anticipation and giddiness and a giving spirit around its original distilled down meaning, right? Invented holidays can be as elaborate or as minimalist as you desire, however you feel it in the moment that you are inventing it. So some of our invented holidays can be large-scale type holidays like the big ones that we celebrate every single year. And they're things that can be planned in advance with your loved ones and create that sense of anticipation and that excitement as you build up to it. So those can include decor or themed outfits. I'm a huge fan of a good themed outfit. They can have gifts and they can have a guest list, right? You can have people over for this holiday and create it as this large thing that you share with family or friends or neighbors or something along those lines. Or your invented holiday can be a strictly solo occasion. I personally have been inventing holidays for as long as I can remember, even if I was not aware that that was like intrinsically what I was doing. My precious younger sister and I were absolutely best friends when we were growing up, despite the fact that there is a 6.5-year age difference in between. We were just so close. And I won't lie, the holidays that we invented together, they were nothing short of epic. They were amazing. There was one that we created, which took so many weeks of planning. And I actually still have the pieces of paper in which I created columns for each of the aspects of what we were planning. This particular holiday was a Mary Kate and Ashley holiday. And yes, it was as wonderful as it sounds like it was when you hear that name, right? For this particular holiday, we chose 3 of our very favorite MK&A movies and then planned themed menus, themed outfits, yes, a good themed outfit, and set changes that were going to correspond to each of the movies that we watched. So we watched Passport to Paris in outfits that very closely resembled the ones that they wore. And how did we make these outfits to resemble theirs? Well, we literally created, sewed, cut out patterns and sewed and created the wardrobe and the accessories, from scratch. We created these in order to attire ourselves properly for this occasion. And of course, we created and executed a French-themed menu, which we ate while sitting at a bistro table that we brought down into the TV room for just that occasion. And then at the end of that movie, we did a quick costume change into our swimsuits, changed our hairstyles, and then rolled out our beach towels so that we could sit on the floor. But for us, it was our imaginary beach so that we could watch the next movie, Our Lips Are Sealed, which, as you all know, is set in Australia. And so for the final movie that we chose, Winning London, required for our costumes winter pea coats and scarves. So you can see how committed we were to that particular holiday celebration, because within a few hours we went from swimsuits sitting on our floor to full on winter coats. But it was it was amazing. Our holiday was incredible. The Mary-Kate and Ashley holiday itself was such a clearly memorable and wonderful time. There are photos. There are photos. It was such an incredible time, but even the planning for it was so wonderful because it built so much anticipation and so much excitement, and it was filled with just so much whimsy. And I can truly remember waking up the morning of the holiday with just so much excitement built up inside of me, so much preparation, excitement. And I was just so giddy to just start our Mary-Kate and Ashley celebration, and it did not disappoint at all. Some other holidays that I have invented over the years include, but are not limited to, Neighbor Love Day, which is one that I have done multiple times. And in this holiday, what it entails is me either making or buying a whole bunch of baked goods, and then I write personalized notes to each of my neighbors, whether they're somebody who I know really well or just kind of vaguely know happens to live down the street. And then I spend the rest of the day stealthily delivering the baked good and their individual note to the doorstep of each person. But I do it in this way that kind of feels like I'm some sort of do-gooder undercover agent type thing. So I take it and I sneak it to their doorstep and I leave it there and then I run away. There's just something that just feels very exciting and compelling about it. And it's very, very, very fun every year that I do it. There is Garden Day. There is Phantom of the Opera Day. There has been Board Game Day, Indoor Camping Day, Blanket Fort Tea Party Day, Dog Show-esque Obstacle Course Day, Beach Party in Your Basement Day, Pretend I have superpowers for a day. Ski lodge in the living room in the middle of summer, to name a few. Like I mentioned for the Mary-Kate and Ashley holiday, it really is unbelievably fun to use creative energy to plan ahead for these invented holidays. But I will have you know that you can also invent a holiday on a whim. When you wake up in the morning of that day, you can be like, you know what? Today is going to be an invented holiday day. And a couple of weeks ago, I woke up and I did this very thing. I invented a Shaina's Favorite Things Day, and it was really delightful and exactly what I needed. And speaking of creating a day that is filled with all of my favorite things, Daily Magic is now actually seeking sponsors who are ready to share the perfect, earth-loving, cruelty-free products and services with our beautifully mindful community. If you or someone that you know represents a product that you think should become one of my new favorites, reach out to me via the link in the show notes, or you can just email me at shainawexler@gmail.com. Organic teas or coffee, chocolate or candies, beauty or hair care, wellness supplies or supplements, all natural pet products or home goods, milk frothers, teacups, mugs, or pretty much anything that I have referenced with enthusiasm in any of these many Daily Magic episodes is likely to be something that will be a great fit as a Daily Magic sponsor. So click the link below and I look forward to hearing from you soon. My Shaina's Favorite Things day brought me so much joy and such a truly needed sense of recharge that it was actually that day, that impromptu holiday, that is what inspired this very episode. While celebrating my stress-free, invented on the spot holiday, I kept thinking that I really wanted to bring you along to create a special day of your own and see what that would feel like for you. So, come on, it's time to celebrate you. You wake slowly, not to an alarm, but to the natural hush of the morning air. There is a heaviness in your limbs, a soft ache of tiredness. Not exhaustion, just a low hum from moving through life. In your bones, you can feel it. This is not a day for pushing. You lie there, eyes still closed, mind gently scanning through the day ahead. No meetings, no urgent plans. A day that could easily dissolve into background noise, a blur of scrolling, maybe binging episodes of something you've already seen. But you think, what if this day could be something more? Something that would honor your energy and nurture your spirit and creativity as well. Your heart begins to sparkle as you make the choice. Today is your holiday. A deliberate personal celebration. You slip out of bed and peruse your drawer for something comfy to wear for the occasion. You reach to the very back and your fingers brush it. That festive, matching PJ set that you kind of forgot you even owned. Why not, you think with a little smirk. Today deserves something a little special. After pulling on your PJ set, you admire your snuggly reflection in your mirror and shoot yourself a playful smile. In that moment, you remember a cool-looking hairstyle that you bookmarked on Instagram a few weeks prior. It looked a bit tricky, but curiosity stirs inside you. You gather your hair in your fingers and decide you're up for the challenge. Though somewhat fumbly and imperfect, you feel a sense of satisfaction as you survey your attempt. Your eyes sparkle with pride, a sparkle that you recognize as belonging to an 8-year-old version of yourself that this endeavor has somehow coaxed to the surface. As you smooth down the last wobbly strand of your hair, you hear it, a soft thump at the door. a delivery. You already know what it is. You placed the order days ago. Some biodegradable sponges and that fancy whitening toothpaste you decided to finally try. Still, something about the box sitting quietly on your doorstep feels different today. You carry it inside and lower yourself to the floor like a kid on Christmas morning. The cardboard is warm from the sun. You dig your nail into the tape, slowly peeling it open. Inside, the exact things you expected. And yet, there's something oddly delightful about it. The sponges are extra squishy and plush. The toothpaste box has little foil stars on the packaging. You feel oddly excited to try each of them and giggle at your own anticipation. You realize that even ordinary things can hold a touch of magic if you have eyes to see it. Deciding it's time for a little brunch, you make your way into the kitchen. You reflexively open the cupboard, scanning vacantly until you see it. Sitting there on the topmost shelf like a tiny, forgotten promise, that kitchen appliance you swore you'd try someday. You pause, one hand still on the cabinet door. You've never even taken it out of the box. Next time, you've always said. Well, why not today? You pull it down carefully, brushing a bit of dust from the top. The instruction manual flutters open like a treasure map. And as you scan the steps, something about it sparks a thought. That movie, the one you've been saving for a time when you could really focus, really let yourself sink into it. The idea blooms quickly. What if you themed your brunch to match the movie? Just for fun, just because you can. Now, completely giddy, you begin pulling ingredients, flipping switches, mixing, slicing, assembling, humming as you play and create. Once everything is ready and beautifully plated, you pile everything on a tea tray and purposefully leave your phone behind. No distractions, no split attention, just you, your brunch, and this moment you've chosen to make special. You settle into the middle of your plush couch as the opening credits roll. For the first time in a long time, you really watch. Not halfway, not in the background. Full attention, soaking in the cinematic bliss. As the movie wraps, you buzz with wonder, stirred by the story you just experienced. Inspiration hums beneath your skin, whispering possibilities. You think of the instrument tucked away, waiting patiently for your touch, or the language book you've been meaning to open, its pages murmuring with new ways of expressing. The rhythm of dance calls you, asking your body to remember its own whimsy. As the magic of your impromptu, invented holiday settles like a warm glow around you, a new idea flutters to life. Bright, playful, impossible to ignore. Your fingers tap a rhythm on the armrest. Your toes begin to twitch. A grin spreads wide. You know exactly what you will do next. It's time to start inventing your next holiday. I wholeheartedly encourage you to explore the magic of inventing your own holidays, my beautiful friend. And whether you feel inclined to dip your toe in an impromptu, low-key kind of way, or to dive in both feet and go all out and get some themed outfits, I invite you to test out this magic for yourself. And then, of course, to be sure to tell me all about it. If you enjoyed this episode, may you please help me out by giving Daily Magic a 5-star review on Spotify? I would appreciate it so very much. In the meantime, my beautiful friend, be blessed, be light, and be the magic.